Have you ever considered the impact of your listening skills on your leadership effectiveness? Just think about it for a moment. Let's delve into the concept of active listening and its remarkable significance in leadership. Active listening is more than just hearing the words that are being spoken. It involves fully engaging, understanding, and responding effectively to the speaker. It's about immersing yourself in the conversation, reading between the lines, and picking up on the unsaid. In the realm of leadership, active listening can be a game changer. It fosters better understanding as you truly grasp the perspectives of your team members. It builds stronger relationships, establishing trust and respect. Furthermore, it boosts team performance as everyone feels valued, heard, and motivated to contribute. So the next time you find yourself in a conversation, remember to listen actively. Indeed, active listening is a powerful tool that leaders can leverage to drive success. Now you might be wondering, if active listening is so beneficial, why isn't everyone doing it? Well, it's not as simple as it sounds. There are several barriers that can hinder our ability to listen actively. Firstly, there are distractions. In our fast-paced world, with technology at our fingertips, distractions are all too common. It's easy for our attention to drift to the incessant buzz of notifications or the whirl of thoughts in our own minds. Secondly, we often bring preconceived notions to our conversations. These biases can cloud our understanding and prevent us from truly hearing what the other person is saying. Lastly, there's the ever-present challenge of time. We're all busy, and sometimes it feels like we just don't have the time to fully engage in a conversation. But here's the good news. These barriers can be overcome. By practicing mindfulness, being open-minded, and prioritizing quality communication, we can break down these walls. Overcoming these barriers is the first step towards mastering active listening. So, how can you improve your active listening skills? Let's dive into some practical tips that can enhance your active listening and ultimately, your leadership capabilities. First, one of the simplest and most effective ways to show you're actively listening is by maintaining eye contact. This non-verbal cue signals to the speaker that they have your full attention and that their words are being valued. Now, while you're maintaining that eye contact, remember to nod along. This is another non-verbal way to show your understanding. It reassures the speaker that their message is being received and encourages them to continue with their thoughts. But what happens when you're not face-to-face, or when non-verbal cues aren't possible? Well, that's when paraphrasing comes into play. By restating the speaker's words in your own language, you're showing that you've not only heard them, but you've also understood and internalized their message. This technique also gives the speaker a chance to clarify if there was any miscommunication or misunderstanding. Next up, let's talk about asking open-ended questions. These are questions that can't be answered with a simple yes or no. They're designed to encourage elaboration and deeper thinking. When used effectively, open-ended questions can lead to richer conversations and a deeper understanding of the speaker's perspective. However, all these techniques won't serve their purpose if we lack two key ingredients: patience and focus. Active listening is not about waiting for your turn to speak. It's about giving the speaker the space and time to express their thoughts fully. This requires patience and focus. Well, it's about being present in the conversation, setting aside distractions, and really tuning in to the speaker's words. Active listening isn't just about hearing. It's about understanding, empathizing, and responding in a way that adds value to the conversation. It's about building stronger connections and fostering better relationships, both in your personal life and in your leadership journey. Remember, active listening is a skill. It takes time and practice to master. But with these practical tips, you're already on the path to becoming a more effective listener, and by extension, a more impactful leader. Before we wrap up, let's quickly revisit what we've covered today. We began by exploring the power of active listening, a critical skill in leadership. It's not just about hearing words, but understanding the message behind them. It's about showing empathy, building trust, and fostering an environment where ideas can flourish. We then discussed the common barriers to active listening. The noise of preconceived notions, distractions, and emotional reactions can often cloud our understanding. Overcoming these obstacles requires conscious effort and self-awareness. We also shared practical tips to enhance your active listening skills. Remember to maintain eye contact, provide non-verbal feedback, and rephrase what's being said to confirm your understanding. Practice these techniques consistently to become better at active listening. With practice and patience, you can become an active listener and a more effective leader. Thank you for your time, and remember, the art of communication is the language of leadership.